Hi guys, welcome back to the journey of Ginger Clan. This is year 2, so if you haven't seen the first episode, I'd really encourage you to go and watch that first, otherwise you'll probably be a bit lost. And yeah, a lot has happened this year, and I kind of can't wait to share like all the fun bits and pieces that have gone on, but also the tragedies that have occurred. And yeah, I guess there's not much more to say. Let's get straight into it. And this time we're going to start off in Star Clan with the cats that we've lost this year. And yeah, we have lost cats, and I'm afraid some of your favourites have gone. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So first off, we have Thrift Skitter, who most of you will probably remember from being one of the cats in the cute elder couple. And I was kind of sad by this. I was really hoping we could have this cute little elder couple for a bit of a while longer. But from a war with Snap Clan, he was fleeing from a cat there and was killed by a monster on impact. Even though he was a fast cat, but he was almost 140 moons, and I suppose he just couldn't outrun death, which is understandable because he was definitely getting a bit too old to be running around across thunderpaths. And yeah, I was trying to make sure he looked a lot younger in this drawing, maybe back to his prime state before he got older. And yeah, I really like this. He seems to be enjoying the Star Clan, making the most out of the fact that he can now hunt and run around. And he doesn't seem too sad about the fact that he's now not able to be with his mate. I'm assuming that he just knows that Popfer is safe with the clan and will be with him soon, although hopefully not that soon. So now we have Milkkit, as you'll remember, is Milkkit, the assumed child of Lionstar. And he actually had a near experience with death when he fell into the river at the very beginning of the year, but was actually saved by Conqueror, which is really sweet. And then he was made an apprentice and given to Hazel Wind. But on his first apprentice trip, he fell down a chasm and ended up covered in dirt and pretty much suffocated in the dirt, kind of drowned in it, which was really tragic. And at first he was quite sad that he couldn't finish his training, but he seems to be getting along better now and making the most of the fact that he can finish off his training in the Star Clan and maybe become an honorary warrior there. So now we have Raccoon Call, who I'm really sad about, but he died such an honourable death. So he had been receiving some prophecies from Star Clan and didn't tell anyone about the meaning of it, that is if he understood it. And he actually spent a while praying for a message from Star Clan but never got one right up until the day of his death, which was, like I said, very honourable. He spotted a snake in camp attacking Milkkit and sacrificed himself for Milkkit jumping in front of it and attacking the snake, and ended up getting bitten instead of her and succumbed to the venom later. And he seems to be really enjoying the Star Clan though, which is nice. I think he must have been quite relieved. I don't know, bit of a scary death, but yeah, it was really nice to see. And finally we have Conqueror, who was accidentally disturbed as sleeping Wolverine and got bitten, but she did recover and was given the name Conquer Dust and welcomed as a bold and clever warrior. But quite tragically, she was commanded to attack her sister Spruce by Lionstar, and although she didn't disobey, she was very angry about this and felt really betrayed by her leader. And really tragically, the attack caused her these wounds that got infected and made her pass away eventually, which is so sad, I think. And from Star Clan, it shows that she's proud of the warrior that Spruce Paw, now Spruce Leap, has become, which is just really sweet. But I wish she hadn't have died this way because it's really sad. So now we're moving on to the alive cats, thankfully. And we'll start with the elder Popfer, who obviously found his mate Skitter's death really hard, and he was really angry at any cat who dared pity him, even though he was really starting to find it hard to keep going, keep eating, that sort of thing. But with Dewey Chasm's help, who you'll see later, he's really been able to start to move past the pain, and now almost a year has passed. He's started to get back to his old grumpy self, and but he still really misses his mate, and it's quite sad to see him alone in the Elder's Den. So this cat is our only apprentice, and she was actually found abandoned in the forest. She was found by Dewey Chasm, and she was a very noisy kit, but yeah, and then she was given Dewey Chasm as a mentor just the next moon, and she's my favourite at the moment, and she has 3 legs, and this doesn't stop her at all. She is so adventurous, and even after she sprained her paw when playing, she would not stop moving, and she's just the cutest thing ever. Oh, and I almost forgot to say, she is called Whisper Paw, which I also love that name, so yeah. Now, here we are with Blaze Fur. I don't think you guys have met her yet. She was actually found as a kit right at the very start and taken in by Brown Glint. And Cowpatch actually mentors her and made her better at arguing and more likely to make her own rules, which is pretty funny. But she's still insecure, but now she's a good fighter too, so that's nice. And then she is obviously given the name Blaze Fur and honoured for her loyalty at only 11 moons, which is really cool, and I love her design, so that's something. I thought it was really simple, and then when I started to draw it, I was like, oh, actually this is like really fun. So here we have Spruce Sleep, who you knew as Spruce Paw last year, and she is Conquerdust's sister, or at least was before Conquerdust passed away, and she is the one who challenged Lionstar, and then Conquerdust, her sister, was forced to fight her to punish her, and they both end up getting hurt, but thankfully Spruce Sleep recovered, and she was not really upset at Lionstar. I think she found that she thought she deserved it, but she really is mourning for her sister's death and is still grieving for her even now. I think she blames herself a little bit, which is really sad, and I really like drawing her design. She's so fluffy. So this is Copperhaven, who you knew as Copperpaw before, and if you don't remember, she is the sister of Spruce Sleep and Conquerdust, and yet again she's injured, so she healed from her injuries last moon, perfectly fine, and during her apprenticeship she found a rye stalk and used it to adorn her fur, which I really love. But when her sister died, she ended up taking a lot of time off training, which meant it was quite late when she got her name Copperhaven. And you're probably wondering the reason she's once again injured, and I am aware that I've used a really similar pose. I didn't even notice at first, but she got a broken bone when she was attacked by a wolverine on patrol, which I don't actually know what a wolverine is. It sounds like some sort of weird werewolf. It sounds a bit dramatic, so I hope she's okay. But yeah, that's her. So we are finally at who I mentioned last time is my favourite cat, just based on her design. I forgot to mention, but her name is Hazel Wind, and she's had a lot going on this year. So this righteous she-cat, she's been arguing a lot, despite only being really young, with Lionstar's decisions and kind of challenging her. And because she's such a good speaker, she can really divide the clan, which is really, really interesting. And she was given White Paw, as I mentioned, to mentor. But during her first training session, her apprentice fell down a chasm and died, and she yells and she can't save him, and it's really sad. And it's straight after this that Lionstar forces Dewey Chasm to punish her, but she doesn't get any permanent markings for it, thankfully. But it was really quite sad actually, because she just lost her apprentice, and I think maybe Lionstar blamed her for it. I don't really know. But yeah, other than that, she's been kind of developing a bit of a crush on Falina, which is sort of funny because when she was on patrol with him, she got distracted and managed to get a torn pelt from a rogue. But I'm pretty sure this is healed now, so that's all good. So here we have Brown Glint. She was here last time, and at the start of this moon, she found an abandoned kit. near the kind of the border area that she named Milkkit, who you'll maybe recognise as Blaze Fur from earlier in the video. But not only this, is she secretly had a litter, I'm not sure how secret it really was, of 5 kits just a moon ago, and hasn't said who the father of her kids is. And as far as I can tell, they don't look similar to any of the cats in the clan, so they might possibly be with a rogue or a kitty pet, or maybe even another clan cat from a different clan. I've got no idea, maybe we'll find out, maybe not. But what is really cool is she has a massive crush on Lionstar. And my assumption is that she's hoping that Lionstar will maybe help raise the kits with her, something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if they start dating soon. It's quite cute actually, although maybe not so cute if you know what's going on that you'll find later. And she has had, like I said, 5 kits. They are Milkkit, Greenkit, Amberkit, Slowkit and Comfrey Kit. I'll probably go into those in more detail when they've stopped being newborns and you can get a bit of personality for them as well. So now we're on to Falina, who was actually injured in a pretty brutal fight, but his spirits are very high and he healed really quickly, which is good. And what I also like is the fact that he's totally unaware of Hazel Wind's crush on him, as he himself has a crush on not just Hazel Wind, but Mulberries and Cowpatch, which is pretty funny, and I think he just has a crush on any cat who ever looks at him. That's my little theory for him. But kind of sadly, he's mourning for who was his best friend, Raccoon Call. So he's a bit down in the dumps at the moment, and that's quite sad really, but other than that, he seems to be doing alright. Cowpatch seems to have healed up pretty well from her injuries, and she was given Blaze Portamento, but she hasn't actually been in camp much and is disappearing a lot, so I don't really know how much use she really was. But if Blaze Port became a warrior, Blaze Fur, then that's pretty good. And I can assume she was sad at the death of one of her kits, but she didn't really show any grief or anything, so who's to know? It would be a bit sad if she wasn't mourning for it, but she is bloodthirsty, so maybe not. Ducasm here is a new member of the clan who arrived as a kitty pet, but was allowed into the clan. But to prove his loyalty, Lionstar got him to punish Hazel Wind, which, to be honest, he did. But it did give him a big scar over his face, kind of across his muzzle. Though he spent most of this year trying to make a good example to the clan, so I don't think he really understood it was that wrong. He also, what was quite sweet, has started developing a crush on Popfer, and he even gave him a pebble, but he hasn't confessed his feelings yet, since obviously Popfer lost his mate just a few months ago, and I don't think he's the sort of cat who'd just push himself onto him without any sign from the other cat. And then he later in the moon found an abandoned kit, named her Whisper Kit, who you met earlier, now Whisper Paw, who he was allowed to mentor since she is the one who trusted him the most, since he did bring her back from being abandoned. So I really like his design and I like his character, so I hope he stays for a while. So now we're on to Russell Fluff, who I still love their name, and he, at the start of the moon, was having really vivid nightmares, like dreams from StarClan, but like really terrifying, and he couldn't seem to make sense of them. And as the only medicine cat, he didn't really have anyone to turn to about these. So when Milkkit died, he felt a massive sense of grief and as well guilt for not realising that that's what the dream was about, because he only seemed to figure it out afterwards. And now he says a lot, his little thought bubble is him struggling to cope with his medicine cat duties, since the death of Raccoon Call, it's obviously all been left to him, and I think he's quite overwhelmed by it all, poor little guy. And now we're on to Mulberries, our deputy, who, I'm going to be very honest, he has done absolutely nothing. I scoured through the entire time, all the notes I made. He has done nothing. He's probably hunted some prey, done his duties like normal. He's doing all the normal deputy things and hasn't been doing anything very interesting. But I did make a little bit of changes to his design to make him a little bit more appealing. I did mention last time that I didn't really like it, so I hope you guys prefer this version. Do let me know if you do or not. Yeah, that's about it for him. And finally we got Lionstar, the rather controversial leader who, despite this, I do really like her character. I just think she's really cool, slightly terrifying, but really cool. And yeah, I started to kind of analyse all she's done this season to try and figure out why she's done it, and I think I figured it out, so I hope I can portray that to you guys. So when she was really affected by Friska's death at the very start of the moon, it was then that she commanded Chasm to punish Hazel Wind for her. And I think it was a mix between this and the fact that Hazel Wind's apprentice who died may have been her own kit, and I think that she might have punished Hazel Wind due to that, blaming her for her kit's death, sort of thing possibly. And then straight after this, she began to dread her leader duties and felt guilt, and I guess that's for her treatment of Hazel Wind, perhaps. Then later on in the moon, her crush Brown Glint, who you saw earlier, had kits with another cat that obviously is not her. And it was straight after this that Lionstar then commanded Conquer Dust to attack Spruce Sleep to punish her. And now she thinks she can hear the voices of Star Clan. So I think she's slowly the pressure's sending her not insane, but maybe a little bit off the edge. She's struggling with a lot of emotions right now and not understanding how to really get them out, and being quite violent to her clanmates as a result of this. So I guess we'll see where this continues to go. So that is it for today. I really hope you enjoyed watching that. Please let me know if you did. As always, it does mean a lot, and this is still really new to me, so apologies if there's any glitches or bad editing. I'm only just kind of getting the hang of using CapCut. So yeah, I hope I will see you all for the next year. I'm already getting started on it because I'm very excited. So yeah, hopefully it won't be too long. Okay, bye.